This is a very important video on how to pronounce kilometer. Kilometer. Kilometer is the correct way of saying km. Now the video should be done, but apparently I need to reinforce the proper pronunciation of this. So there is something called the metric system. Very cool. Factors of 10. These are the prefixes, which are little words that go in front of a unit to let you know what the factor is. Is it a factor of 10, 100, or 1,000? So the one we're talking about today is right here. It's K-I-L-O, which is pronounced kilo or kilo, and the symbol is K. So if you had cm, that's known as a centimeter. Centimeter. And everyone that I've ever taught calls it centimeter. So we're on the right track. Then there's something called mm, which means millimeter. Millimeter. And there is no problem pronouncing this one either. The problem is when we get to this one, km, apparently instead of saying kilometer, they say kilometer. Very inconsistent use of the prefixes. Now, here's some more evidence. Prefixes can be used in front of the units in science. So perhaps you have seen a kg that stands for kilogram, and kilogram represents 1,000 grams. This has never been mispronounced in a class. You can also have something which is called kNs, which would be a kilonewton or kilonewton, and it represents 1,000 newtons. Again, this is never mispronounced. Kj stands for kilojoule, which represents 1,000 joules. Kilo, which is kilo, represents 1,000. So the prefix kilo goes in front of any of these units to represent 1,000 of them. I would like to use something that I learned from Sesame Street as a small child, and that is pronouncing words in pieces and then putting them together. Kilometer. 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 I don't understand how kids do this. Kilometer. 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 Don't understand. If you are going to pronounce kilometer, kilometer, then the next slide is for you. Warning, this is sarcastic and only being used for hyperbole. If you're going to say kilometer, then this will be called a centimeter, and this will be called a millimeter. That is being consistent. Kilometer, centimeter, millimeter. Please start saying them in that way. If you are going to say kilometer, you can also say kilogram and kilojoule. So that would be the correct pronunciation that you will now be using. Or start pronouncing it the correct way, which is kilometer. Thank you.